All right, Kelly, Alan, this is Fernando. I'm here with George, the inspector. We're just going to go over a couple of quick highlights of the inspection.
Biggest thing I got is right here.
So this
I
is,
got some moisture on an exterior wall. I'm not sure where it's from. The roof up above this, there's a valley right there. It looks like it's got a bunch of debris in it, but I couldn't see why it would be leaking. It does look like it's coming down from the ceiling all the way down to the wall, though.
Okay.
The closest plumbing to this is 5 feet beyond the closet on the other side of the tub. So this has to be from outside up top somewhere.
okay. So coming from the roof somewhere?
I would suggest, kind of figure, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Suspect, that's the word I wanted.
Yeah, that's the word. All right. Well, we'll
Outside of that, everything on the inside looks pretty good. Little couple loose handles here and there on the faucets and that kind of stuff that you would expect to see. Let me pull up my report here really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I got done with that heater.
So that's why we do an inspection, Alan and Kelly. We want to make sure that the home is sound, and if it isn't, then let's correct it, and let's have the sellers work on that.
Now we have worked spacers in the windows. Have this in a few of the windows. The spacers up between the glass.
Yep, and that's a common phenomenon here in the Southwest because of the heat,
Yes,
or
it
Arizona. Not necessarily Southwest,
And
but
that's kind of
Arizona.
on the southwest corner even, so that's what you expect.
Yeah, that's, heat here is brutal in the summer and beats down on windows and seals and such. But the window's not compromised though, correct?
Correct as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. On the outside of the house, we have some areas that the grading's a little high on the bottom of the house, needs to be raked down a little bit.
Okay.
I got a tree that's got to get trimmed. Stucco looks pretty decent. I found one cracked tile up on the roof. I got a lot of areas that has debris on the roof. One of the areas is what we were just talking about, where that moisture spot is.
Right, right.
Maintenance. The garage door sensors are way high. For some reason, they've got them clear up. I'm like, that's kind of weird. So those have to get dropped down.
Yep.
We do have a gas line back here that they ran out for the barbecue. That looks like it goes underneath the patio pavers. And it's not wrapped. Those lines coming out should have wrap on them when they come out underneath the concrete and pavers. Our landscape.
Is the wrap something special or?
No, they have this wrapped, but they
Oh, I
don't
see.
have the main one coming. Yeah, so they branch it out here, and then this valve is shut off where it goes to the fire pit and the heater for the pool. So I couldn't test the heater of the pool. It's got two valves that are both shut down.
Are they?
Okay, yeah, but the pool itself, everything worked pretty decent. Missing a head on the clean outs or on the pop-up cleaners. A couple of valves I can't test because they're set up on a remote, and I think the other remote's set up on their phones. And we have those electronically moved valves. If you go to override them, you can break them.
Okay.
So I couldn't get the water features on top to do. I didn't do the spa, everything else I think I had going. But I couldn't adjust that one without taking a chance of damaging it. Up in the front, it looks like they have all the landscape watering off, which has been fine in the weather we just had the last couple of days.
Right.
Where the valve comes out from the water head, there's an anti-siphon device that goes on that. The
Sure.
cap is off of it and has been painted. So it kind of looks like they haven't been using that for a while.
Okay.
Simply because of how it was. Well, in fact, here's a picture of it.
Okay. Well, we'll get a report so you'll see
Yeah,
that
you'll
more
get
clearly.
Water heater is working fine. The flue pipe has got, it has been taped on where it should have been screwed together off of the water heater.
Okay.
The two AC units, they are original.
Right, and they know that, yeah.
Okay, and the bigger one was working great. I had a fantastic split. The split is the difference between the air coming out of the registers and going back in the air return. On the smaller unit, which is over on the bedroom side of the house, I didn't have a good split. It needs to have somebody look at it and
Some
service
service,
it. It
sure.
usually means it's low in refrigerant.
Yeah.
Those are 17-year-old units.
Sure.
So it could be anything, but it kind of feels like it may be a refrigerant. And then up in the attic, both of the units were leaking a little air when the AC was on.
Right. Again, that's common and
Pretty common,
some patch
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Nothing else I can think of. The biggest thing is that moisture spot that we already talked about. That's your big one.
All right. Yep. Definitely work on that.
Okay.
No termites.
Did not see any signs of termites. I do have a couple of conditions conducive to that'll be on the report. I think I have 3 areas where the ground is up too high on the weep screen.
Okay.
And it's really funny. It's by all equipment. It's by the gas meters, by the pool equipment. It's by the AC. So simple fix.
Right. As far as the pool equipment, George, that you can test a pool or the heater, right?
I couldn't test the heater because they had 2 valves shut off, and I'm not supposed to touch gas valves.
Right.
if
So
they're turned on.
if we have the sellers turn them on or have somebody turn them on, you can come back and reinspect that, correct?
I can. I don't know if you'd really need to because heaters are pretty easy. They'll read out if they're doing their thing or not.
All right. So it's not big. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. And the pool valves that I couldn't turn on, once again, those are pretty easy if you have the right remote control code,
Right.
which I don't.
No, that's fine. We'll.
Right, but everything else is doing good. They should label the valves, but that's pretty common. Everything seemed to work okay. The bottom of the pool has some cracking on it. Looks like they filled them in last time they drained it and washed it. But no, it's a nice house.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice home.
I couldn't test a fire. They had the pilot off to the fireplace. It looks like it's totally functional. The gas key, the line, everything seems to be there, but the actual pilot light itself is off.
Okay.
And everything tested fine.
George, by the way, is from Oregon. So.
Yes, I am. I'm from Estacada. I heard you guys are out from Hillsboro.
All right.
Hope you're enjoying your weather because it's probably nicer there than it is here right now. We woke up this morning with 94% humidity.
Right. All right, George. Well, thank you, and we'll get a report from George later on today, and notations and pictures and so forth. So, we'll have a powwow and ask for some repairs for sure. All right. Talk to you soon.